So welcome everyone to our second chair yoga class of the season. And I'm going to confess, I was amusing myself preparing this class because I did decide to add some face yoga because it went with the theme of the class that I started to go with. So the theme of the class, I picked the Prana Mudra. And I know Sue tracks the mudras in the mudra book. That's mudra number 51 on page 130. And this is a mudra. Prana basically is the word for energy and the vital energy, which is associated with life force. You'll hear in yoga classes, they'll talk about pranayama, which is a breathing exercise, but you connect to that life force through the breath. So the same word is used for breath as it is for life force, which I think makes perfect sense symbolically. So the Prana Mudra, when we're using that is focusing on uplifting the energy in the body and uplifting breaths. So that's why I thought an uplifting smile goes with the uplifting breath. So we're going to start with the mudra and the meditation. The mudra is really easy. You're just going to bring your ring finger and your index finger to your thumb. Middle finger and index finger is extended out, so it's like a V. You're going to flip your hands and just allow the back of the hands to rest on your thighs. And then find your comfortable seat so that your sit bones, which are the bony part of your butt, are comfortable on your seat. Your feet are flat on the floor, shoulders are relaxed, and then the jaw is neutral so that you've got a nice length to the spine. I invite you to gently close your eyes and notice all the sensations that you may feel as you hold this breath, hold this mudra, and you breathe. Sorry about that. Then as you breathe, notice how your breath is directed upward into the area of your chest, cultivating an experience of uplifting energy that allows you to breathe more freely. Take some time to sense how your inhalation is lengthened naturally, serving as a vehicle for the prana, the upward moving current of vital energy. Sense this uplifting current as the color of a light green meadow, filling your upper torso with nature's own vitality, nourishing your heart and lungs completely. As you breathe in greater vitality, each area of your lungs is infused with life-giving energy. Begin by taking several breaths to sense the upward moving current of energy, nourishing the front of your lungs completely, providing the vitality to meet life confidently. Now take some time to sense your current of vital energy infusing the back of your lungs, releasing all tension from this area, allowing you to live and breathe with greater lightness and ease. Next, sense the upward moving current of energy expanding your lungs horizontally, allowing you to embrace life completely in a natural balance of giving and receiving. Now take some time to sense all areas of your lungs integrated and breathing evenly, fully vitalized by the upward moving current of energy. With your breath flowing freely, experience this light green current nourishing your heart softly and gently, supporting it in functioning smoothly and rhythmically. Sense this current of vitality nourishing your thymus gland behind the upper sternum, enhancing circulation to this area of your being, supporting your immune system and functioning optimally. With your entire upper torso bathed in green light energy, allow the upward moving current to permeate your thoughts and feelings, enhancing your level of enthusiasm, optimism, and vitality. Nourished with uplifting energy, you naturally live more vibrantly, appreciating each moment of life as a precious gift to be embraced completely. Then as you feel ready, you may slowly release the gesture, taking several breaths to sense your enhanced vitality. When you feel ready, you may gently open your eyes, returning slowly and gently, bringing greater enthusiasm and vitality to our next activity. Okay, now the fun part. We're going to do 3 different face yoga movements. And as I practiced them, I found it was handy to have a tissue nearby because the tongue gets involved and you may get a little moisture around your mouth as a result of it. So the first one is pretty straightforward. I thought this was the least difficult of all of them to do, the least challenging, at least for me. Maybe you guys are more dexterous and maybe you have better facial muscles and tongue muscles than I do. Oh, and I just wanted to reference too, I'm using a book, which I know you can't see. It's called The Ultimate Guide to the Face Yoga Method, and it's written by Fukuyama Takatsu, who is a Japanese yoga teacher. And, you know, I think that the Japanese have gotten decluttering handled. They now seem to have face yoga handled. So I'm going to go with the experts on this one. So the first one is called the smile lifter. And the tongue stays in the mouth for this one. You want to make sure that your chin is neutral. And then you want to make sure the starting pose for each of the smiling classes or smiling moves is to have a subtle smile and just make sure the sides of your mouth are even. So you don't want one up like this, one down. You want them even as you smile. So it's a very gentle smile. And then what you're going to do is you're going to extend the chin forward and take the lower lip and bring it over the upper teeth and the upper lip. So it looks like this. Okay, and the chin is extended slightly forward. Now the trick where the muscles get involved is you're going to, while you're bringing that lip over the upper lip, you're going to press the tongue into the roof of the mouth, and you're going to do that fairly firmly. And as you hold the lip over the upper lip, you're going to be continuing to press. So I'm going to do it on a sideways. It might be easier to see. And then we're going to hold it for 3 seconds, relax, and then do it 2 more times. So it looks like this. And then relax. Okay, got it? We'll do 2 more. Extend. And relax. And once more, bring that lip forward, extend, tongue to the roof of the mouth. And relax. And you may want to move your lips around, scrunch up your face a little bit, just to get everything going before we move to the next series. So the next one, this one is called the yummy face. And this is the one that I needed to have the tissue nearby for. So this one, same idea, slight smile, edges of the mouth are even. We're going to extend the tongue out and reach up as though you're touching the nose. And then you're going to move it to the right to the count of 3. Then slowly bring it back to center and then over to the left to the count of 3. And then we're going to pause and relax. And then we'll do it 2 more. So here we go. Smile. And relax. Okay. Sounds simple, but it feels weird. Next one. Tongue out. And relax. And last one. And again, if you need to dampen off your face, or we're going to be doing another version of that next. And this one is going to engage the facial muscles with the help of your fingers. So the thumbs come underneath the chin and the fingers are over at the side. We're going to make that smile, but we're going to extend the smile further with the help of the index fingers. And then we're going to do the same thing, but this time we're going to hold the tongue 5 times to the right and 5 times to the left. and then relax. And now we're going to take it 2 more times again. And then relax. And last one. And relax. Now, I don't know about you, but depending on who you're spending Christmas with and depending on your relationship with siblings, that might be a fun one to do at the dinner table. And if they think that you're being nasty, you just tell them you're doing face yoga. Okay, so I'm going to scoot back and we're going to move into our regular movements. So for the remaining classes, I actually have picked a couple more face yoga things. So we'll start each class with different face yoga. I don't think we're always sticking our tongue out though. But again, I picked that one for the energetic uplift, and hopefully it made you giggle. We're going to start with our feet and just make sure that our feet are firmly on the floor, maybe bringing our weight onto the toes. And then bringing the weight onto the heels, lifting the toes. So we're just gently rocking the feet backwards and forwards, just finding that ground and that place of connection to the earth. And after you've done that a few times, just allow the feet to settle in, find that comfortable seat in the chair. And then we're going to focus on the neck. So we're going to start inhaling up, gazing up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, releasing the chin towards the chest. Now, if you want to bring some arm movement into it, we're going to inhale the arms up. And then exhale, release the chin towards the chest. And again, inhale up. Exhale, releasing the chin towards the chest. Inhaling up. Exhale, releasing the chin towards the chest. And then once more, inhale up. Exhale, releasing the chin towards the chest. Now we're going to do alternate arm as the head turns in the opposite direction. So as we inhale one arm up, we're turning the head in the opposite direction and then releasing that hand down, coming back up, pairing it with your breath. And as you lift, see if you feel that breath rising, feeling that uprising energy, exhaling down and inhale. And exhale. Inhale and exhale, inhale and exhale. And we're going to do it 2 more times on each side. Feel free to take it at your pace. If my pace isn't good for you, take it at your own. And then whenever you've completed the 2 rounds, just come back to center. Maybe allow those shoulders to come up, back and down, up, back and down, up, back and down, up, back and down, up, back and down. Now we're going to take the ear to the shoulder, bringing the opposite arm out. Nice stretch, coming back up, and the other side, and back. We're going to do a total of 5. So as always, if my pace doesn't feel right for you, feel free to do your own. Oh, feel that stretch. And then whenever you've completed the round of 5, just come back to center. We're going to bring the palms together at the heart center. And then we're going to make a great big sweep up. And then palms at the top, coming back down. 4 more. Inhaling up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale up. Exhale, coming back down. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. 2 more. And last one. Pause and breathe. Now we're going to flip the hands so that the fingers point down, and we're going to come up through the center and then open wide, pressing down. So we've got that uplifting energy coming up, and then we're pressing down with what's called the Apana energy. So prana is uplifting and Apana is down. 2 more. And then the last one. And let's just do one more and allow our wrists to come into it so that we're circling our wrists as we come back down, bringing them in front of us, circling in one direction and then reversing it. And then we're going to bring those palms together again, and we're going to do that resistance press that we did last week. So we're pressing the hands together. The arms are even, and then we're just gently going to press the hands in one direction, turning the head in the opposite direction. And then coming back to center, and then press again. Head goes in one direction, the arms go in the other. And notice that the direction in which the hands are turning, the opposite hand is pressing the hand into that. Coming back to center, and then press again, turning the head in the opposite direction. Coming back to center, press again, turn, and press. And now we're going to turn in the same direction. And coming back to center, press and turn. Come back to center. Again, the twist is very gentle, so you're not pressing into the spine at all. You're using your hands for the pressure. Then coming back to center. And then again, pressing those hands, but a gentle twist coming from the hip area. And then coming back to center. Let's press those arms up and overhead, release them down. And once again, give those shoulders a little bit of a roll. Maybe taking one shoulder at a time in a figure 8. Just noticing how those shoulders may be carrying around some tension. Trying to let it go, just let it all out. And then we're going to do our finger stretches. So stretching the pinky, ring, middle finger, index finger, and thumb. And then let's do our little massage. So massaging the thumb, index finger, middle finger, ring finger, and thumb. And then taking the thumb on the palm and the other fingers on the back of the hand, massaging that hand. As I've said before, these finger motions, which seem really simple, are really, really good as we age. They're good for arthritis. If you've got any neuropathy, it really is helpful. And now we're going to take it on the other side. So stretching each of the fingers. And then the thumb. And then massage the thumb. Index finger. Middle finger. Ring finger and pinky. And then we're going to massage the hand again. Hopefully waking up anything that's feeling like it's asleep. And then we're going to shake everything out. And then again, working those fingers, we're going to spread the fingers wide. And then we're going to bring the fingers to the thumb. This is called beak. And then we're going to curl the fingers. This is called claw. And then we're just going to relax the fingers down. So let's take it again. Spread the fingers to beak, to claw, and relax them down. Spread, beak, claw, and relax. And then let's make a fist. And then circle those wrists again in one direction. And then the other direction. Interlace the fingers, taking it into a figure 8. And then we're going to play the piano. Letting all of those fingers and thumbs move. My youngest sister is a musician, and she just had a friend who wanted to get rid of a baby grand gifted to her. And she is now offering in her home little concerts. And I got a little treat one over the holiday. It was just beautiful. And then can conduct the orchestra. And then just release it down, shake everything out. We're going to go into our warrior arms or archer pose. So warrior arms out to the side, palms are facing down. We're going to take one hand and point it towards the wall so that the index finger points towards the wall, the thumb is towards the ceiling. Make a fist with the other hand, and we're going to bring it over to the shoulder and draw the bow back. And then we're going to flip it again. So pressing out to either side of the room and make an arrow with one and draw the bow back. Now, I've offered this before if you want to do this standing, which I see some of you are doing, which is great. If you don't want to stand, but you want to use the standing feet, you're going to turn the foot at we're going to start on this side. Turn this foot out. This is the arrow hand. So the foot that's turned out is the arrow hand. And point that arrow, and then we're going to turn the body as we draw the bow back. And breathe. And then press those hands out, bring that foot in, turn the other foot out, and we're going to make another arrow, draw the bow back, and breathe. And then once again, arms come out, feet come in. We're going to do it once more on each side. Extend the foot if you like, arrow, bow is drawn back, and breathe. And then press the hands out, last one, turn the hand out, bow, arrow, bow, draw it back, and breathe. And then again, press the hands in, let's bring those arms up and overhead, and then exhale back down, and down to the side, and then up and overhead again. Interlace the fingers, pressing up towards the ceiling for a full body stretch. And then exhale, release it all down. Shake out anything that needs to be shaken out. And for those in Sweden, if you want cocktails, for those of us in the States, perhaps it's tea time or coffee, whatever beverage you want, imagine it's in your palm of your hands, a glass in each hand that we're not going to spill. And we're going to do our tray move. So the aim is to keep the hands flat as we move it through space. So inhaling up and overhead, then we're going to turn the fingers towards one another, don't spill your drink. And then exhale, coming back down, fingers in towards the torso and back behind us. And then we're coming back to the starting position. We're going to do this 2 more times. Inhaling, taking a breath whenever you need to. And taking a breath with an exhale down, if that works for you. Starting back at the beginning. Inhaling. And exhaling. And coming back to the starting position, either taking a sip of the drink or just getting rid of it all together, shaking it all out. Now we're going to do our tricep movement. We're going to take a palm to the back of the shoulder, if that works for you, or wherever the hand goes. If you can give your elbow a little bit of help so it points towards the ceiling, that's great, but just let it be where it is. There's no need to go in any one direction. Then we're just going to hinge over to one side and then inhale back up. We're going to exhale over. Feel that stretch, inhale back up, And last one. Over. Inhale back up, extend the one arm down and then the other arm down. And then again, hand to the back of the shoulder. Bringing the palm to the elbow. And then exhale over. Inhale back up. Exhale over, oh, stretch, 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 and back up. And once again, over and up. And then release that top arm down and the other arm down. Now we're going to work our biceps. So taking one arm up, making a fist, and then releasing the fingers and spreading them wide. Inhaling up, exhaling down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, exhale down. Let's take it over to the other side, making a fist as you come up. And then exhale, spreading the fingers. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale once more. Inhale and exhale. And then let's take both hands. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And two more. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Is that two? Yes. Okay. I have to look at you guys because I get lost in my head. Okay, so now we're going to do our spinal movements. Let's start with the lateral bend, even though we just did it with the triceps. So we're going to extend one arm down to the side. We're going to inhale one arm up, and then this time we're going to stretch over towards the other side of the room, like reaching those fingertips towards the wall. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Your butt stays on the chair. It's not coming off the chair. And then inhale back up, release that arm down, bring the other arm up and stretch, 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 stretch. And then coming back up, taking it over again and stretching. And back up. Stretch again, stretch, 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 and back up, and stretch, and back up, and stretch, and back up. We're going to do it 2 more times on each side. Stretch, and stretch, and whenever you complete the round of 2, just come back to center, bring the palms together at the heart center, notice the sensations in the body, and then bring those palms forward, flipping the palms. We're going to take a full body stretch. And exhale, release it back down. Okay, so let's take a back bend now. We're coming forward on the chair. We're going to bring those palms together again. And then we're going to bring them forward. On the exhale, we bring it back behind us so that the hands rest on the chair behind us. And then we're going to lift the sternum as we draw the shoulder blades together, lifting the chin, breathing fully and deeply. And then exhale, let's release those shoulders, bring the palms together back at the heart center, pause and breathe. Taking it again, inhale, coming forward, exhale, coming back behind us, pressing the hands into the chair, lifting the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. The chin can be neutral or you can gaze up towards the ceiling. You just don't want to overextend the neck. And breathe. And then exhale, release the palms back to the heart center. Taking a few more breaths. Let's take 2 more of those. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back behind us. Hands on the chair, lifting the chest, draw the shoulder blades together. Find a comfortable place for your head and neck. And breathe. And then exhale. Let's bring the palms back to the heart center. Pause and breathe. I'm going to take one more. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Lift with an exhale. Breathe. See if you can notice that sense of an upward lifting energy as you take the back bend. And then exhale, release those shoulder blades, bringing the palms together at the heart center. Pause and breathe. So we're going to release the hands down. We're going to do some forward folding. So you're going to scoot back to about the middle of your chair. Feet are on the floor, length to the spine. We're going to find those hip creases for our hands to go because that's where we're going to initiate the movement as we forward fold. So we're going to inhale up, lengthening. Exhale the arms, finding those creases. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, the fingers are coming over the top of the thigh as you hinge forward from the hips. The aim is just to do the movement, not to go far. Just do it where it's comfortable for you. And then inhale, coming back up. Inhale again, arms overhead. Feel the length. Exhale, back down. Inhale again, keeping that length. Exhale, fingers over the thighs as you fold forward. Then inhale, coming back up. Taking it again, inhale up. Exhale, palms to those hip creases. Inhale, lengthen, sorry. Exhale, forward fold. Then inhale, coming back up. Palms come together at the heart center. We're going to take one more. Inhale up. Exhale, hands to the hip creases. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, coming back up. Palms together. Pause and breathe. So now we're going to do some twisting. And just with the forward fold, if we have any spinal issues, we want to be careful in terms of how we do this movement. Again, we're initiating from the hips, not from the spine itself. And we're using our hands to guide us, not to push us into a deeper twist. So let's start by inhaling the arms up. And then we're going to exhale, bringing the one hand to the opposite knee. The other hand can come down by the side. If it's comfortable to you, you may take the twist a little bit deeper and allow the hand to settle behind the chair if that's comfortable. But just take it where it feels okay for you. Breathe into that twist. Then we're going to inhale, both arms up, come back to center, and we're going to take it to the other side. Once again, opposite hand, opposite knee, other hand down by the side or maybe slightly behind you. Keeping length to the spine and breathe into the sensation. Maybe the eyes are gazing over that shoulder. And then inhale, both arms up. Taking it again, opposite hand, opposite leg, other arm where it's most comfortable for you. And breathe. Then inhale, both arms up, taking it again, opposite leg, opposite arm, breathing into the twist. We're going to do once more on each side. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, coming over, breathing fully and deeply. Then inhale, both arms up. Exhale, coming over to the opposite side and breathe. Inhale, both arms up. Palms come together in front, flipping those palms, and we're taking a nice full body stretch. Ooh, and release back down. Maybe bringing those shoulders up, back and down. Up, back and down. up, back and down, taking whatever movement feels good for you. We didn't do any sun salutations in our first session, so let's do a few now. If you remember, we're going to be doing some forward folds with this, and then we're going to be lifting one leg and then the other. So we're going to start with the palms together at the heart center. The same rules for forward folding apply. You're hinging from the hips. Inhaling up. Exhale, bring those hands to the hip creases. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, folding forward, bringing the hands under one thigh, maybe lifting that thigh up, releasing the foot back down, press the feet into the floor, inhale, palms together at the heart center. Now we're going to do it on the other side. So inhale, hands to the hip creases, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come underneath the other thigh. Inhale, lift that leg. Release the foot back down. Press the feet in. Inhale, up. Exhale, palms together at the heart center. We're going to do one more sequence. Inhale, up. Exhale, the hands come to those hip creases. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, bringing the hands underneath the leg, lift the leg, press the foot into the floor, pressing back up, palms together at the heart center. And the last one, inhale, lengthen, exhale, palms come together, no, palms don't come together, the hands come to the hip creases, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, bringing the hands underneath that thigh. We're lifting the thigh, pressing the foot into the floor. Inhale, back up. Palms come together at the heart center. Pause and breathe. I don't know about you guys, but that sequence really gets my heart rate up. All right, so we're going to take one leg out to the side, and we're going to take the back of the hand, bringing this hand on the hip. We're just going to gently come down the inside of that, feeling a nice stretch on the inside of the leg. If that feels okay and you want to take it a little further, you might want to take that other hand up. Nice little stretch. And then you're going to bring that top hand back to the hip and bring that hand up the inner thigh, drawing the leg in. And we're going to take the other leg out. Same idea, coming down the inner part of the thigh as far as is comfortable for you. And then if it can extend the upper arm with comfort, feel free to do so. Bring that top hand back down and then inhale back up. Bring that foot in. Let's march it out. Okay, now we're going to do our feet movements or knee bends. Sorry, the knee bone's connected to the foot bone. Here we go. So we're just going to gently extend the leg and bend. Extend 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 and bend. Let's take it to the other side. Extend and bend, extend and bend, extend and bend, extend and bend. Once more, extend and bend. Now, drawing the belly in, making sure you're firm on the chair, maybe bringing the hands down on the seat for support. We're going to take both legs up, feel that in the belly, and then both legs come back down. And up and down, 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 and relax, march it out. Note where you're feeling that energy building up. Okay, we're going to now take our hand on our one knee. We're going to lift that leg, and we're going to bring it out to the side. So this is a hip movement. You're feeling it in the hip joint maybe. And then bringing it back in, opening and coming back, open and come back, open and come back, open and come back, and once more, open and come back. Release that foot down. We're going to bring the other leg up and we're going to open and bring it back, open and bring it back, open, bring it back, open, bring it back, open, bring it back. Once more, open and bring it back. Now we're going to circle the knee, but you're going to feel it in the hip. So just note where that is. We're going to lift that leg and circle the knee. You can take small circles to begin with. If you want to make them bigger, feel free to do so. But after you take it in one direction for a while, then you're going to reverse it, taking it in the opposite direction. Notice if there's a different sensation depending on which direction you move it in. And then release that foot down. We're going to go to the other side, lifting and circling. And again, taking the circle to the shape that you like and then switch it in the opposite direction. And then we're going to release that foot down. Maybe march it out a little bit. Notice how those hips are feeling. And then we're going to extend one foot forward and we're going to point that toes and flex, point 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 and flex. Taking the same movement on the other side, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. Release it down. Now we're going to circle the ankle in one direction and then the other direction. And then release it down, taking it again, circling in one direction and then the other direction. And then we're going to release it back down. We're going to extend those feet wide and we're going to hinge from the hip as we make hip circles. So coming around in one direction. And then when you're back at center, we're going to take it in the opposite direction. And when you feel like you've had enough, when you're back at center, come back up, bring those feet in. We're going to give ourselves a nice big hug as we press the feet into the floor and come to standing. Okay. So we're going to do our little toe and feet exercises. If for some reason you don't want to come to standing or you don't feel like standing today, you can do these seated in the chair. It's just like what we did in the beginning of our seated portion of the class. We're coming up on our toes and back on our heels. So it's a little rocking motion, just feeling the feet connect with the floor in a different way because we have the weight of our body over our feet this time. Just gently coming forward and backward. And then depending on how you feel in your feet, maybe you come up on your toes and you walk slowly in one direction on the toes and then back in the other direction and come back to center and release it down. And now maybe you're on your heels, toes are lifted, coming in one direction and then coming back to center and the other direction, just a few steps and coming back. Then allow the toes to relax on the floor. Find the connection of the feet with the floor and maybe march it out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to recommend a warrior move. If you're in a chair, you're just going to extend one foot forward and the other is neutral. And you can go through the same arm movements that we do. Okay, so I picked this series again because this focuses on lifting the sternum, that upward lifting sensation for the prana energy. So we're going to step yourself away from the chair so that you can still hold on to the chair. So you want the chair for support. Feet are hip width apart. And then you're going to step 1 foot back and the other foot is in front. So just find a comfortable stance so that you can stand kind of in a railroad formation. And then if that feels comfortable and you feel like you're balanced, you're going to inhale the arms up overhead, lifting that sternum. Chin can be neutral or it can be slightly up. And then on the exhale, you're going to bend that front knee. And just feel that lift in our warrior 1. Taking a few breaths here. And then we're going to inhale, straighten the leg, exhale the arms down. We're going to do that again in a hold formation, just like we did. Inhale the arms up, exhale, bend that front knee. Feel the strength of the pose, feel the lifting sensation. Maybe you lift your eyes towards the ceiling and breathe. And then inhale, straighten the leg, exhale, release the hands down. Taking it once more. Inhale the arms up, exhale, bend that front knee. Breathe into the pose. Lifting the sternum, gazing up towards the ceiling, feel the upward expansion. Inhale, straighten that front knee, exhale, release the hands down. Step the back foot next to the front foot, and then march it out. Now we're going to take it again. So we're going to step the opposite foot back. Railroad formation. Inhale the arms up, exhale, bend the front knee. Feel that lift and sense of expansion. Inhale, straighten the front knee, exhale the arms down. We're going to do it 2 more times on this side. Even poses. Inhale the arms up, exhale, bend the front knee. Lifting from the chest, gazing up if that's comfortable for your neck and head. And breathe. Inhale, straighten the front leg, exhale the arms down. Take a few breaths here if you need to. And then we're taking it once more. Inhaling up, exhale, bend. Breathe fully and deeply, feel the expansion of the chest, the uplifting energy through the fingertips towards the ceiling. And then inhale, straighten that leg, exhale the arms down, step the back foot next to the front, and let's march it out. Now let's do a little bit of our little coat sleeve motion here. And then let's do our balancing pose. And as we do our balancing pose, which I'm going to pick tree, because again, you've got that sense of the branches lifting. You're going to make sure that one foot is next to the chair. That's going to be the balancing foot. And then you're going to extend the other toe out. Heel either comes to the ankle with the toes still on the floor, or if you want to lift the foot up so that it comes to your calf. If you're really good, you can bring it to your thigh, but you don't want to put it on your knee. You don't want to put any pressure on the knee. And then use the hands to help feel that sense of uplifting energy. Find a place to focus your gaze. Remembering to breathe. And then release the hands down, release the foot down, march it out. And then we're going to take it on the other side. So once again, leg that's closest to the chair is the balancing leg. The other foot turns out so that the heel comes to the ankle or the foot to the calf. Find the upward energy. Find a place to focus your gaze. Breathe. So many lovely trees on the screen. And then release the hands down, step the foot down, march it out. Maybe take our coat sleeves again. Now we're going to turn and face the chair. And we're going to walk backwards, giving ourselves plenty of room to stretch out. Feel the stretch in the back of the thighs, maybe the buttocks. Nice long stretch. Maybe you want to come up on your toes again, pedaling the feet a bit. Just do whatever feels good to take this full body stretch out. And then whenever you feel ready, you're going to walk towards the back of the chair. And we're going to sit down. And for our uplifting song, I picked Israel Kamakawe's combination of Somewhere Over the Rainbow and What a Wonderful World. And I can't remember if I told this class or not. There's a jazz club where my husband and I go in Hilton Head, and they have really talented local jazz musicians. Well, there's one guy that plays that I really like. His name is Dean St. Hilaire. And wouldn't you know, he also plays at the place we have our timeshare by Poolside. Well, when we were down there this fall, he played What a Wonderful World, and I'm sitting poolside doing my movements. And so the pool girl comes up to me and she goes, "Would you like to meet him?" And I said, "Only if he'll share his music so we can play it on Share Yoga." So I went up, I introduced myself. I think he thinks, who is this old lady groupie? But anyway, I'm hoping he hasn't done any recordings yet. I'm hoping he will someday, and we'll do chair yoga dance to his music. But he plays jazz, reggae, blues. I mean, he's just an incredible musician. He plays keyboard, drums, and sax, plus he sings. I mean, he's just really good. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to do Israel Kamakawe. We know Somewhere Over the Rainbow, where we do our rainbow movements. First one, we have a lullaby. And then after that, we hug. And then we have our first verses where we stretch our fingers. And then in this version, after that first verse and the next Somewhere Over the Rainbow, we do What a Wonderful World. And in What a Wonderful World, we bring the hands up one at a time. Then both hands come up. And then we think to ourselves, giving a great big hug to the world, what a wonderful world. And then the second verse in that, we have the colors of the rainbow. So we're doing that rainbow movement again. And then we see friends shaking hands. So we're going to shake hands. But what they're really saying is, I love you. So again, we're that bringing in and uplifting love that we can all feel. And then back into our Somewhere Over the Rainbow. So I think we all know that. Here we go.
Okay, since we're getting.
So we're going to offer energy out to the world. Then we're going to bring it in. Then we're going to spread it all around.
roses too. I'll watch them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The lassie skies of blue, and I see clouds of white and the brightness of day. I like the dark and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry and I watch them go. They'll learn much more than we'll know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Someday I wish upon a star, wake up where the clouds are far behind. Be where trouble melts like a lemon drops high above the chimney top. That's where you find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high. The dream that you did to, why, oh why can't
We're going to offer that energy out to the world. Then we're going to bring it in. Now we're going to spread it all around.
Now I invite you to gently close your eyes, finding a place of ease. Feet are on the floor, that mountain pose again. And I'm going to offer a breathing practice, which is a calming practice, but I also find it uplifting, and it's one that I've offered frequently at the hospital where I've been working once a week, and it seems to be very profound with a lot of people. So because we're focused on vital energy, I want to make it clear that it doesn't have to be highly energizing. This is a very gentle practice, but it can also revitalize our vital energy. So keeping the eyes closed, focus on the breath. Notice the quality of your inhalation and exhalation. And then gently focus on that inhalation and exhalation. And then on your next inhale, I invite you to say silently to yourself the words peace, peace, peace. And then as you exhale, exhaling completely, say peace, 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 for as long as it takes you to empty your lungs completely. Inhaling peace, exhaling peace. And then when you feel ready, you can return your breath to its natural rhythm, knowing that anytime you need to, you can return to that place of peace. I'm going to pause the recording.